Leandre Gota Tejus.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe.
everybody. Welcome in. Short clock this morning. What's going on? Is it too early? Are we too early? Are we too on time this morning? What's going on, everybody? Let's make sure all of our feeds are up, man. It looks like we're having a little connectivity issue jumping into the chat this morning, man. StreamYard having a little issues, but we're gonna get it fixed here. Let me see if I can get this rolling. 1 second, dashboard here. And then we should be rolling in, man. What's up, MJ? Good to see you, man. Roll Tide, man. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. What's up, Urban Essence? Roll Tide. Good to see everybody. I said, I'm trying to get over this I lost my voice at the game the other night, man. And then the weather don't help. And then y'all know being in a bunch of crowds and stuff. You gotta be more protective of your immune system when this weather changing and switching up the way it is. But I appreciate y'all for pulling up early this morning. Let me make sure that we have our notifications going out because, okay, we don't. That might fix the issue here. Save that. Turn that on. Edit that. Live chat replay. Details. All right, so we got that set up. I got that. I had to fix that. That's my fault, y'all. That's what happened when you wake up early and you have too much time on your hands to get stuff together. But welcome in. This morning we're gonna have the call-in segment, man. We're gonna be here breaking down this Alabama versus Georgia matchup. We're gonna be doing some content collab tomorrow. We'll be doing college football playoff ranking reactions, trying to get together a good group of panelists to co-stream with on tomorrow. Myself, Jason, probably a few more, maybe two more to get on the panel and break down the college football playoff rankings. And surprisingly, man, there's a lot of SEC teams that will have a reason to be in the conversation when these rankings come out tomorrow. And the committee, somebody's going to get left out. It's going to be crazy how this week plays out for conference championship weekend. Even like some of the games that play out. We're going to talk about all that tomorrow on tomorrow evening show. But here this morning, man, here we go. I mean, it's round two, man. What else could you ask for? As a football fan, as a SEC football fan, what else could you ask for? Alabama versus Georgia. You're talking about two programs that have basically been the face of the SEC for the better part of the last decade, you know, and you can sprinkle in the LSU little sighting there, and Auburn pop their head in every now and then, but outside of that, nobody else has really been relevant. Florida is holding on to 2008, the Tim Tebow era. You've seen, you know, LSU has tried to make some moves. Like I said, Texas being in the SEC, they've made some early moves. Oklahoma, but as far as like the faces of the SEC, when everybody talks about SEC football, they tend to compare the two teams, the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Georgia Bulldogs. So today, we're going to get into the schematics of this, man, and we're going to talk about the good, bad, the ugly. In this matchup, we have did a few notes, basically just comparing last game, Alabama versus Georgia versus to what the teams have been doing. And if you're a true Alabama fan, you're going to hear this and you're probably not going to like what I got to say, but we got some things to talk about today, and we got some conversations to have, but we also got some positives to build on, a lot of positives to build on since that first matchup in Athens. Also with some momentum things going on, some movement going on the roster with some guys having to, you know, fill in this spot and that spot. What type of impact does that make on the effectiveness of certain play calling styles? We're going to talk about that. We're going to open up. We're going to get into that conversation. So if you're watching this post live and you want to get to the conversation, fast forward to the 15-minute mark. And if you want to go even further to the call-in segment, fast forward to the hour mark here on the show, and that's where you'll be able to see that content. But if you're here live, tap in, drop a like on the stream, especially if you're on YouTube. We have 19 in the chat on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me check in on the on the TikTok side of things. I told y'all, man, I'm about to grab one of these cough drops. What's up, Antonio? My guys over there, Antonio and Jason, tapping that screen, trying to help us get the viewers up on TikTok. TikTok, I want to say thank you. Once again, I know a few weeks ago when we first started doing the live morning show on TikTok, we really didn't have a lot of viewers even scrolling through and interacting. Now, yesterday we had 46 during the live show yesterday on a Sunday, mind you. We had 46 new live viewers and 42 impressions. So that means people are actually scrolling on TikTok and tapping the screen for us when we're live talking Alabama football or interacting. So that's a huge thing for us. And then analytics on the YouTube side. YouTube once again celebrating another milestone. Mary J, can we get another milestone or another banner talking about our new milestone? If you all didn't know us, man, and I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all an applause first. But if you haven't noticed, we have hit another milestone as far as our subscriber goal, man, and we are at 3.7K. Yeah, 3.7K subscribers here on the Coach Smook Network YouTube channel. And I just want to say thank y'all, because it's literally y'all. You guys are the reason why we're continuing to grow. I don't remember talking to 3,000 something people asking them to subscribe to my channel. I don't recall talking to 3,000 and something people over the past year and a half, almost 2 years now in May, to subscribe to our channel. So I really appreciate you all for coming back and continuing to support and spreading the word about the AAA family, man, because it is truly something about us being authentic above everything else, above all. Authenticity above all. Above everything, man, no matter what the discrepancies are, no matter, and I tell, we was joking about this in our meeting. I tell people this, I say, I don't care about you being a fair weather fan. That doesn't mean I don't like you personally. Like, that doesn't take anything away from you as a person. You can be a fair weather fan. It's okay. Embrace that authentic you if that's what you are. Now, do I like it? No, I don't like fair weather fandom, but that doesn't mean I don't like you. Okay. Just because you eat something that I don't eat don't mean I don't like you. You get what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all once again for y'all tapping in and supporting the Coach Smook Network. And the 3.7K, somebody laughed at it. That's all. Yeah, that's all, man. We not buying subscribers over here, man. We don't do that. And we're not changing up the chase clicks. You won't see us post any, like with the recruiting news about Zion Gibson yesterday. I hadn't talked to Zion Gibson, and I know for a fact, the relationship that we've developed, I think I would have seen something or something would have been put across my network space. You get what I'm saying? For us to comment on it. And I was very hesitant to really to go out and respond to it, because I know people were going to be saying, I bet you didn't know about that. You're right, because last time I talked to him, which was back in September, he said he was 100% committed. That was the last thing I reported in September. So when I saw that decommitment announcement by Hayes Fawcett, I knew there had to be something wrong. And once again, nobody ever wants to come and talk to me when I'm actually right. When we're actually right about the things that we report. Same thing with Ryan Grubb, about how we knew that he was going to be the offensive coordinator, and he announced it that next day, and then the following day he was hired at Seattle. And now look at where he is a year later. So we really tapping in, and we really trying to really sustain some things. My guy Matt Street, man, getting his YouTube membership renewed, man. Appreciate you for rejoining the AAA family, man. And you know what? I do have to look at something, Mary J, because the dashboard allows me to see exactly when these gifted subs come through. And guess who's in the chat? The person I need to have dropped them gifted subs. And I'm not even gonna say his name until them gifted subs get dropped. So we're gonna I got him the first time, chat. I got him. I'm gonna give him a minute. He know exactly who I'm talking to. He know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm gonna give him a minute to pay his fare. And the next comment I see, if it ain't followed up with the gifted memberships, then we ain't got nothing to say. We ain't got nothing to talk about today. But y'all, make sure y'all tap that screen once again. Thumbs up. I hope I gave everybody enough time to get in here. We got 25 in the chat, 12 likes on the stream. Thank y'all for pulling up. What's good, man? Square Beard said, ready to hear some ball from you, Coach. We ready to hear some ball today, too, man. I seen your comment on my video, and I'm ready to see, can we get you scheduled for a eye appointment as soon as possible? What's up, my sister Lace? Hey, she said, Roll Tide, how did you enjoy the Iron Bowl at RB? Still trying to recover, sis. Still trying to recover. I enjoy getting booed. I will tell you this. I enjoy getting booed walking down a Tiger Walk. And if there's any Bama fans right now that remember seeing that happen, it was about, it had to be about an hour before kickoff, about an hour and a half, whatever. But it was about 10 minutes before Tiger Walk. They were literally, the fans were there. I'm walking to try to get to the stadium. And I just remember, man, I didn't want to go all the way around it. I didn't want to wait for this stupid freaking loser walk to go by. So I cut up under the rope. The police ain't stopped me. You know what I'm saying? The popos ain't stopped me. So I was good. The police ain't stopped me. I was good. And I got out in the middle, man, and they started booing me. And I stopped. I was like, who, me? You know, I was astonished. Oh, how dare thee? Not with us having 5 wins in a row. You have the audacity to boo an Alabama fan for trying to transport himself by foot to this trash can stadium of yours? Oh, yeah, I took a nice little bow, and I started amping them up, and I started doing, if y'all know, Generation X, I had me a moment, man, and F them trees was yelled plenty of times. That's part of the reason why the voice is going. But let's get into the show, man. I appreciate y'all and wasted enough time that allowed us to get here and get good. Hey, you sound good, my brother. I'm trying to get there. So let's get into the show, man. Can y'all allow your boy to get to the show today? Let's start talking the Alabama versus Georgia SEC championship here on the Coach Smook Network. Somebody put in the chat, say, put me in the game. Coach Smook, put me in the game. I'm ready to talk some football. Y'all ready to talk some football? Let's talk some football here on the Coach Smook Network. Here y'all go, baby.
You talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Chad, all right, Chad, it's time to get into it. I told y'all one time and I told y'all again, stop playing with the Alabama Crimson Tide. One, I really think this team has found its stride. One being because it just learning how to fight. Once again, I think all the sounds are delayed, Mary J. So I'll make sure I handle all the sounds. Chat, y'all gonna have to bear with us. It seems like that we got a little delay with StreamYard with our audio stuff. So if y'all just heard the audio, the applause, it wasn't supposed to be there. It's supposed to be happen. Daily Blue Footage says dog fans, but I'm tuned in. I've been supporting the TikTok for a while now. Okay, what's up, my guy? Hey, and when that call-in line open up, I want to hear the dogs too. We got plenty dog fans that's part of this AAA family now. We don't discriminate. You get what I'm saying? We show love, and when we show the same amount of energy and trash talk, you know, back and forth. We love the energy, man. Come in, stand on business. We got some real Bama fans in here, not no fair weather fans. You're not gonna find no Saban, Bama goggle fans in here. We talk real football here. So I hope you have been enjoying the content that you have been able to interact with, and welcome in, man. We welcome everybody, all fans. You ain't got to be no Bama, Georgia fan. Florida fans here. We have Oklahoma analysts call in, Jason. We have Oklahoma family, Texas family pull up all the time. So we truly appreciate you for supporting today. But I want to get into this game breakdown. Let's start with the notes, man. I kind of got into this game, and I want to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly when it comes to this matchup from the Alabama standpoint, right? And I'll speak a little bit on what I expect from Georgia and how I see them matching up. And you know what, for people to laugh at me being called Coach Smook, I think I talk some pretty good football. To have the 7-8 years of coaching, 7 years, I'm gonna say 7 years. That first year, that don't really count. You know, I was just there. I was supporting from the sidelines and got pulled to the sidelines that first year, the last 4 games, and that's what got me pulled into coaching. And I coached at a high school, coached at 2 different high schools in 2 different schemes that were really, they were different from what I learned growing up. And when I look at the game of football, I've had to enjoy it from a different standpoint in order to keep my job at those points in time, because I don't have a college degree or anything under my belt to have ever pulled me as a full staff coach. So every time I got on, it was contract. So it could be like, hey man, you volunteering basically right now. We just paying you this little stipend for you to show up week in and week out. You know, we don't really need you this week. You're just taking up space. I never got that. You know, state championship to my name and everything. So when I look at film and I break down championship caliber teams, I've been an Alabama fan since my whole life. I've seen Alabama compete for national championships. You know, it's never been more than a 10-year span of my life that I haven't seen Alabama compete or be mentioned in some national championship talks. And we're talking about, you know, now since 1990, I want to say maybe we've seen maybe 4 major transitions in college football. The most recent, you know, the last 2 have been in closer in years time span. So when we break down the game of football, a lot of things begin to translate, you know, week in and week out. And something that's been consistent, and I had to bring that, you know, that whole synopsis together so y'all can listen to my standpoint and get where I'm coming from. I had to bring it together to say this: when you look at some consistencies for each team that's standing and get ready to go head to head in this matchup for the SEC championship, I'm speaking from Alabama's standpoint. One consistency that stayed with Alabama throughout this season, something that's been consistent, is that our run game has not been explosive at all. Right? You're talking about a team that's been limited as far as the total amount of yards gained organically out of your run game. And when I say organically, I'm talking about traditionally organic, turn around, hand the ball off, running. You're talking about it on an average clip of 84.3 yards per game right now for handoffs, right? I think the total yards per game for quote unquote rushing for Alabama right now is 101.3 yards or something like that, 103.1. It is not something that you expect to be a part of a team that's literally putting themselves in position to win an SEC championship, playoff berth, and make a real national title push. So the fact that the run game has not been explosive, has that been a hindrance, or has that been a reason why we have lost a game? I go back to the Florida State game. We only ran the ball 21 times I think we ran the ball 18 times against Florida State. I'm going to pull the stats up. We ran the ball 18 times against Florida State. 18 times for 81 yards. Talking about a yard per carry clip of what, 3.8, almost 4 yards per carry. We got away from the run game because we got behind a little bit early in the first half, and it carried over to the second half. And you saw how the lack of production or that produced from that point on. You saw a consistent thing showcase. Even though the run game wasn't explosive, it was putting us in position to be able to do what we wanted to do in the past and part of our offense. So I want to give credit to the offense for that. In that negative, this is what we're doing. In that negative, we're seeing what it's produced. A lot of people got mad at me, man. We got to be able to run the game. We got to be able to run the ball at some point. We got to be able to run the ball at some point. We do. We ran the ball at some point in every game. We've ran the ball. We've been able to break off at least one quote-unquote explosive run in every game. Now, as far as how many explosives we average a game compared to the country, we're definitely in the bottom tier. But for when Alabama, this team needs them in moments where we need to extend drive. You're talking about a 15-play drive to go and go ahead and take the go-ahead score against Auburn in the Iron Bowl this past weekend in hostile territory against a great defensive front, a front seven that doesn't allow, you know, they're amongst the top 25 as far as rushing yards per game allowed. And we were able to run the ball effectively in that moment. So I look at the run game and I say, where can we go? Where can we go from this coming up against a Georgia team that still has not been dominated in containing the run game, but they're tackling a lot better than what we saw in the first game. And we don't have Jam Miller. The last game against Georgia, we had Jam Miller. Does this sluggish run game, is this a hindrance? Is this going to finally bite us in the tail because of the inconsistencies we're seeing in the passing game? I don't think so. Georgia has been susceptible to explosive runs the last few weeks. Have they seen the level of talent or the caliber of offensive line that I think Alabama presents, I can't say, you know, that's transitive property. But I do know that the last time when we were, the last time this team matched up, every time we saw an even type of front from that Georgia front, we won most of those matchups. Jam Miller took advantage of most of those matchups. Actually, him coming back in the Georgia game was the start of the resurgence of the run game. And then you saw the injury to him, and again once in the Missouri game, and it kind of slowed it down. 100-yard game in the Vanderbilt game after we won it in Athens. So the run game can be productive. It has been productive. I think the consistency in it is the issue. I like what I saw against Auburn. Can we carry that momentum over, especially in the run game? I think in this game especially, you have to utilize assets on the offensive line like Jaden Roberts. Didn't see him get any snaps last game. Definitely could utilize his asset, his blocking skill, his expertise in run blocking in this game with them. I truly think Kirby might come out of his shell and really load the box. He might commit extra assets to the run game and make Ty Simpson beat him throwing. He didn't really have to do it last time. He did a lot of drop 8 and was hoping that the front four could get home. But you look at what should happen this game, I think Kirby Smart will allow us to will try to force us to rely on our run game. He will make the run game beat us. And any passing attempts, Ty Simpson's gonna have to connect. Let's go. Let's flip the page. The ugly part about this. The ugly part about this. We talked about the bad. Let's talk about the ugly. Let's talk about the ugly. What's ugly right now is the fact that we can't complete a pass over 20 yards of air travel right now. Right now, Ty Simpson's completion percentage for passes over 20 yards in the last 4 games, we're sitting at 21%. Oh my goodness. Hey, that's funny that the music said, "Oh my goodness," when I said 21%. 21%. 74% of his completion percentage right now of his balls being completed are in the intermediate. And the other 30% or the other 28% is behind the line of scrimmage, screen, forward passes, jet sweep, those things. The passing game is not beautiful right now. The deep passing game is not beautiful right now. Now, I will say this. The pass protection has been immaculate. I don't know what everybody else is crying about when it comes to pass pro. We're going to talk about the good in a second. And I think I got some screenshots that I want to share, but I don't want to be copyrighted because we growing, chat. We growing, and I don't want to get copyrighted. So if I want to do film study, I might have to jump in Discord and get you a membership and get access to the Discord, and we probably do some private stuff like that. Maybe we got to get some interaction, some community interaction. I'm sorry, y'all, I can't talk right now. My mouth a little dry, so I'm gonna hit this cough drop in a second. But the passing game is not being consistent right now. We can't find the explosives in the pass game. Where the explosives are coming from in the pass game are, the receivers catching the ball between 5 and 14, 5 and 17 yards, and making big plays out of that. And there's nothing wrong with that when you're consistently making the right reads, right? When you're consistently making the right leads. A part of not the deep ball not being effective, we're seeing Ty when there is the pocket is collapsing and there's avenues to escape. We're seeing him get flat-footed. We're seeing him get, what they call cement feet. And he needs to maintain that active footwork to be able to climb, press the line of scrimmage. I truly believe Ty Simpson has better athleticism than he's allowing himself to display at this point of the season. Teams know that they can't allow him to really get comfortable with seeing things across the middle of the field. That's when he can start eating you up. That's when he can get comfortable and direct stuff outside of those hashes and come back to stuff across the middle of the field. That's when he's very comfortable. So teams are starting to see that. And we've played against, you're talking about DJ Durkin at Auburn. You're talking about the defensive coordinator, Brett Venables, at Oklahoma. You're talking about the defensive coordinator at South Carolina. You got Shane Beamer, and who's his defensive coordinator? I forget the gentleman's name. Defensive coordinator at South Carolina. But then you had LSU versus Blake Barnett. Like, Ty's been going up against some NFL caliber defensive play callers the past few weeks, and his flaws have really been showing up. Not just the play callers, but veteran presence defenses. LSU is probably the youngest in the secondary with their injuries, but everybody else a veteran presence on the defensive side. So maybe this game things kind of even out for him. We saw him settle down a lot in the last 2 drives of the Auburn game, and that territory got very hostile. But to not be able to have at least 250 plus passing yards in that game on some of the passes that he didn't throw or that he missed or didn't take advantage of, creating because of the protection, breaking down or giving, creating lanes for him. I don't think people understand what pass pro does when you're handling stunts and your protection gets extended and the quarterback, when the quarterback drops back 5 to 7 yards and the shotgun, the defensive linemen, all they have to do, or the edge rushers, all they have to do is widen their angle, and they can get to the quarterback. So in order for the offensive linemen to do that, they have to extend past that front. And a lot of the blitzes that we're seeing beat us are 6-man blitzes where you're just getting us overextended. You're coming late, you're delayed. The late blitz is getting a tie in 3.8 seconds is crazy. That's a slow blitz. You should be able to throw against that. You should be able to dissect that. You should be able to see you and your receiving core, which I will give credit to Ryan Williams. I know I've been hard on Ryan Williams. As a matter of fact, let me give him an applause right now. We're at the 32-minute mark. We got about 30 more minutes before the phone lines open. If you are ready to call in on the phone lines, man, type in the chat, put me in the game, Coach Smook. And if you are wanting to call into the phone lines, if you've been getting automated messages, text me your name. Text that number, your name right now. Text that number, your name right now, and we'll get the call-in line queued up, and you'll get the message saying when it's time to call in, the exact time when it's time to call in. We have everything queued up, y'all. We looking squared away today, man. Y'all give it up. Give it up. Man, give God some praise today, for real, man. I feel good. I feel refreshed. I feel like we really on to our next, to our best here on the Coach Smook Network. So, but yeah, the passing game, back to it. The offensive line has been very effective in providing protection versus Ty Simpson. We need him and the wide receiver core to get on the same page. I will say this, the deep ball to Jeremy Bernard, I knew that it was going to be a rough night for Ty, but if you look at, if anybody understands depth perception, right, especially like in basketball in the basketball gym, so when I was in the military, when I played all-Army basketball, we used to have to go to this hangar. It was this hangar we played at in San Antonio. And in the hangar, the court looks so small, right? Everything on the court looks so much smaller on the court. But when you're on the court looks like there's way more space to move around, right? The sidelines, it's hard to gauge sidelines. So when we played in my first tournament, the first half, because we played 2 20-minute halves, the first half, I want to say we had like maybe 4 to 6 turnovers, because we was a running gun style team. So we, get a rebound, kick it, and myself, the 3, the 4, the power forward, we just kept launching the ball too far, and then a lot of our shots from the corners, they were too long. I think that's what happened with Ty Simpson and that Jeremy Bernard pass. When I went back and watched it from the Skycam view, and if y'all haven't watched Skycast view on ESPN or SEC Network, whichever one, ABC, whoever does it, that's a pretty cool view to watch. I don't think you get the commentary. I can't remember. I usually turn it off, but they have the stadium volume is up, and then but you can really see like the depth and kind of get a good visual what Ty Simpson is seeing. And perfect read, right throw, wrong pass. I think he got a on that when you got to put more air under it, he has to layer the vertical pass. And when I say layer the vertical pass, sometimes you have a receiver that's beating a DB in coverage, right? And you want the receiver to be in full stride and just catch the ball over the shoulder. With that type of ball, you don't want that ball coming down at a nosedive angle. You want that ball kind of layered to where it's falling, semi-flat into the receiver's grasp. He can really grab the ball. You're trying to keep that tight spiral. That's what the spiral is for, right? And the receiver hand-eye coordination has a lot to do with that, being able to look over your shoulder and bring that ball in. If Ty Simpson trusts his arm in that throw and that being able to layer that, that's an easy over the inside shoulder pass to German Bernard, because the DB was beat badly. He didn't even see the ball. Those are the type of passes I used to love to see Mac Jones, Tua Tagovailoa. I'd even say AJ McCarron used to do that across the middle of the field, just throw it right over the defender's shoulders, when their back was to him. And Ty, I don't see him trusting that. And then another thing, somebody asked in the chat yesterday, what about the deep crosses, this, that, and the third? I said that they're there. They're there, but, sometimes your crosser may not be open when there's a guy sitting in zone and the receiver is, crossing over that first window. Sometimes you have to go ahead and throw into the second window, lead your receiver into the second window while the defender is planted in that spot, thinking that you're making that read there. Something that Bryce Young and Tua, Bryce was very good at it. And we talk about the RPO, being able to throw the slant. You got to be able to lead guys into some of these windows. And I don't think that's something that you just develop overnight or over a week of practice. And that concerns me for the passing game. So going forward, I think where our strength is, though, where we're learning where our strength is, we have a few mismatch problems when we use our pre-snap motion and create those opportunities, right? We force guys to give us space to get the ball into the receiver's hands. The quick pass game, the medium pass game, something that Ty is strong with. We force guys in the space or to give us space when we motion and pre-snap movement with some of the things that we do in protection and some of the pull blocking to give off run. We have to continue to do that at a high rate. And when we get those opportunities, when Ty has the opportunity to check it down quick and early in the passing, when everything it just looks clouded, everything looks clouded and contained on 1st and 10. Get your quick check down and get it into the hands of these running backs so they can get used to catching their turnaround speed. How much play can I get out for this catch once I get my bearing, once I get my balance? We got to factor all these things in, and it is not the pass pro. Let's flip the page to the good. We're at the 38-minute mark, and don't forget, as you come in on YouTube, run the likes up, and on TikTok, tap that screen on TikTok, y'all. Y'all just don't know, it really helps when you tap the screen on TikTok, help get people in. Let me look at the comments before we talk about the good here. Nate Hudson and my guy Antonio and Britt, y'all tearing it up over there on TikTok. Appreciate all the gifts over there. You got a total of 57 total gifts coming through. Put me in the game, coach. I got you in the game. That's sis. My guy, they said, how dare. Talking about when they was booing me. Yeah, they was booing your brother, man. They was booing your little brother. I wasn't even mad. Comments in the chat over here on YouTube, and for some reason, why am I not? Okay, there we go. Mary J, you got some comments start for me. I could grab the start comments. Salute Coach Smook. I think Ty going to have a legacy game like last time we played the Bulldogs. Jack, what makes you think that? I have to ask. Let me change the tune up because I'm ready to turn up a little bit. I'm ready to ask some questions. I'm ready to ask y'all some real questions because y'all, I don't think y'all realize right now we are literally in the same position that we were last year. Similar, same, in control of our own destiny, right? Needed to win against Auburn to give us a chance. Again, right? We blame so much on Jalen Milroe and the offense We blame so much on the right tackle position. We blame so much on the defense early in the year. Kane Womack's play calling, Nick Sheridan's lack. And we are literally finding ourselves in the same position. Why can't we, as fans, understand that the level of competition has been raised? The level of competition that Nick Saban faced week in and week out in the SEC is not the same level of competition we're going to see in the SEC going forward with NIL and portal and everything, with the coaching carousel. What kind of crap is, let's have a meeting about you coaching throughout the playoffs before you go and take your full-time job, your new full-time head coach position at LSU, but you don't have to show up to the meeting? What kind of mess is that? And our fans are begging for that. I have a few things to gripe about. I know this is off topic, but Jesus Christ, it just made me think of something with that comment. All right, let's get back to the comments. Last time we played, do you think what makes you think Ty's gonna have that legacy game, man? Real talk. Put it in the chat. Give me some comments. Yeah, us not having a deep ball threat game hurt us a little bit. It's gonna continue to hurt us. If you think about this was the game where we saw Ty's probably first, and I think he had a few nice ones against UL Monroe. He had some underthrows against Wisconsin for sure. That one to Lotshare Brooks. Florida State, he really didn't try to, throw the deep ball. Underthrew, yeah. Florida State underthrew Ryan Williams. But the last perfect throw deep ball for Ty Simpson was in the Georgia game. So hopefully it snaps back. And Ty, man, I'm talking about some things I've seen with my own two eyes. I think we have some good players in the secondary. And I ain't just talking about Damani Jackson and Xavier Brown and Dijon Lee. I'm talking about Chuck McDonald. I'm talking about Cam Calhoun. I'm talking about Red Morgan. Cam Howard before he left the program. Who else in the secondary? Cornerback wise. Shoot, we got some walk-ons. Prince Butler could go down there, go out right now. I will put Prince Butler on your fourth or fifth best receiver on any roster right now. Prince Butler is that type of dude. You got a few of them on this roster. Walk-ons, Peavy, 29. We saw him get in against EIU, man. That dude, I don't know where he came from. Saw his family in the stands this past weekend. But this game in particular, the pass game needs, the deep pass game, the deep ball pass game needs to be crazy. All right, the deep ball needs to be crazy. And us defensively, we got to be able to defend it because Gunnar Stockton's starting to get comfortable. A few more comments, then we're going to get back to our topic of a discussion, talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly going into this Alabama versus Georgia game. I know I'm getting a little left field, but we just going by the comments. Ty can't throw a 3-ball. He throws 90% 1 balls and 20% 2 balls. Hard to connect deep without a 3-ball. I don't know what you're talking about as far as your terminology in 1, 2, 3 ball. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about layers? His layers in his deep ball, or are you talking about are we talking about layers in our 1, 2, 3? I don't know what you're talking about. I know you like to get into your I know you like your model stuff and your made up analytics and stuff that you like to. J Penny, you kill me with it, man. I'm telling you, until you show me the model itself and the formula that you use, I can't put no real stock in it, man. I can't put no stock in it. Ty has too slow his feet down. I noticed he started tripping, tapping his feet like Peyton Manning. That may have something to do with his passes. Not just padding, man, his feet, but padding the ball, man. You can tell when he's thinking, it's processing. He's seeing it, and it's like he's trying to speed it up instead of just slowing down and let it develop and keep his awareness about his wits about him, about what else is happening around him. I also find Grubb's play calling questionable, where it was 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2. Defense is obviously showing blitz, and we have these long developing plays. So my thing is this. We talked about this. I don't mind that in the open field when you're in no man's passing lane. When you're in 4-down territory, which that was that drive. When you're in 4-down territory, you might get double mug look, and they've been dropping out to take away the underneath. Pay attention. Don't just look at the snap and then look at chaos happening at the line of scrimmage. Look at what happens post-snap, too. Look at pre-snap and post-snap. Twice in that game on third down and passing or third and short where you could have passed and ran for the ball. Twice in the game, you see Georgia line up in that double bug. And then you see the mid, your two linebackers that's over the center. You see one of them bail out, one is blitzing, and you see one guy shoot to the flats on the edge. From the edge, he shoots to the flats while your corner, your secondary, they're bracketing over top. Not necessarily impressed, man. Like a soft man's, soft bracket man type concept. Trying to force a quick throw. That's all they want to do is try to speed them up. And you got to be able to put confidence, especially when you have a 6-man pressure and versus 6-man pass pro. You got to expect and know that you're going to get pushed off your platform. Find that spot, find that avenue, find that lane, and develop from it and process from it. Don't just get flat-footed and get your feet stuck in the ground. I don't mind some of the slow developing plays. Now, I don't like all the pre-snap, slow development, play action in the red zone. 10 and in, we got to cut that out. If I had to agree with you on anything, Dougie Fresh, the play calling in the red zone is something that I question a lot. If we're going to do the play action pass, let's go ahead and get a strong protection in front of them. Let's go ahead and get 12-man personnel out there. Let's do, or if you're going to have the personnel out there and do all this shifting stuff, let's utilize the personnel. We tried to throw a jump ball to Jeremy Bernard, and we have Isaiah Horton, Caleb Edwards, Marshall Pritchett sitting on the bench. All of these guys 6'4", 6'5", and got hands, can get up and can have a bigger body frame. I would expect those type of plays to go. I mean, even Daniel Hill, you could split Daniel Hill out. We seen his hands. He's 6'4", 6'3", 240. I think Daniel Hill's 6'2", right? Am I right? Or is he 6 foot? Am I tripping? I just know we shouldn't be throwing jump balls to Jeremy Bernard in the red zone. And then I don't understand, even though it was a successful play, I get it now, looking at personnel and matchups, but even the emotion with Isaiah Horton to get him into the flats with the rollout action. I like those type of plays. There, to me, even though it counts as a pass, those are extensions of the run game. What needs to happen, and Dougie Fresh, I think what needs to happen in order to make this play calling and be more effective is when he has those developing plays where he's rolling and get out of pocket, press the line of scrimmage and make your legs a question. Make your legs a weapon. All right? You think we need to start Mac or Keelan? No, sir. No, sir. Not at this point in the season. We got to live with what we got. Yes, layers, Smook. 1's extremely flat. 2 is arc. 3 is up. My model was a 28-19. Bama model was near spot on. Oh, boy. You ain't say nothing about that model during the lives. Hey, Mary J, go check them live score predictions. I don't think Jay Penny had one. We did not struggle with Georgia Tech. They got 3 field goals. I think y'all did struggle moving the ball offensively. Now, defensively, I think they just didn't capitalize in the red zone. Haynes King missed on a couple of opportunities in the pass game. And I don't think Georgia Tech has the same caliber wide receiver. But you are right. Y'all held them 3 field goals. And I can't talk about, what could have, would have happened. We're talking about grinding it out, finding a way to win. Our defense has been doing the same thing in other games, giving up big plays, but then holding on for 3. So if that's how you win, that's how you win. I'm tapping in a little late, but speaking of coaching, you think the Zion thing had anything to do with the rumor about Mo following Shep? What rumor did y'all see about Mo following Shep? I saw it was more so of a personnel recruiting staff type of thing that was being reported officially. Like I said, I don't get into the whole coaching carousel rumors and stuff. I just follow up news when I do get a hunch about something or a coach coming to Bama. I do my research, talk to people, network, and that's how we get our findings and talk to the right people to get the right information. So I don't want to speak on anything about Coach Mo. I'm close with Coach Mo on the fan. Haven't heard anything about him following Coach Shep. I knew about the Coach Shep news. What day was that we was live? Members, were we live? And I said I couldn't say nothing. Was it a members only live? I can't remember. but some things we just don't speak on. So I don't know about the Coach Shep stuff. JP 34-17. JP, how you gonna sit here and lie? You see that? Mary J caught you. Mary J caught you. You got him, Mary J. But nah, you was pretty close still. Still was pretty close. Hey, but y'all, we're gonna take a quick break right before we get into the Carter segment. I'm gonna come back with my last topic of discussion when it comes to Alabama versus Georgia breakdown. Appreciate y'all for chatting with me during the chat segment, our comment segment of the show, man. Right when we get back, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of the show. And make sure y'all tap the screen. If you haven't hit the like button on the live, make sure you hit the like button. And make sure you share it. Share it with somebody. If you're a Bama fan, you should have been shared this with another Bama fan. We need all the good Bama juju we can get this week going into this SEC championship game. And if you're a Georgia fan and you want to hear some real about your squad and not no hate, holla at your boy. Subscribe to the YouTube channel here at Coach Smook Network and think about becoming a member of the AAA family. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Appreciate y'all, chat, for supporting again. And while we're here, man, I just want to take a quick moment right now and just say thank you and give a shout out to our new sponsors, man. We officially are sponsors by Walk-Ons Sports Bistro. If y'all haven't seen it, man, we have our new y'all give it up, man. Don't be quiet on us, man. That's some good news, man. We got a special event that's going to be announced today. I think I can announce it right now. I actually have the graphic now. Hold on. I can actually pull the graphic up for y'all. But we'll be putting an actual promo out, and we have a promo live sound bite that we will be playing throughout the show periodically, just to show our appreciation. But also, if you have a Walk-Ons in your area, I'm not going to lie, I went to Walk-Ons last year and I didn't eat. I don't know why I didn't eat. I think I was just passing through type of thing. And I went to meet up with somebody and we didn't hang there long. They had been there already. I was late. They had already ate. Then we went to the movies or whatever. So I didn't eat. Haven't been back until I got the opportunity to speak with Mike. Shout out to Mike, man, and the staff, man, the team there. They really took care of us at the Iron Bowl, and they have brought us on as a personality, a sports personality for the Walk-Ons brand, and we're glad to represent them. So y'all going to see not a lot of changes, just a few things get amped up. Our intensity is going to get a lot higher for what we're doing here in the Coach Smook Network. And I'm looking at this. I'm trying to get the graphic up. Okay. This is the old graphic. I have the new graphic. But this is what y'all getting here with your boy, Coach Smook. You love the Gator Bites. Ooh, what y'all know about them walk-on Gator Bites? And y'all, I can't wait to get to a level where we actually have somebody that's a professional mapping out my show. Y'all know I don't do this. I don't have nobody professional doing this for us. We all doing this, playing this by ear, but we working, man. But y'all, check this out. The watch party at Walk-Ons, man. If y'all are in the area of Montgomery, Alabama, y'all tap in this Saturday. Tap in December 6th, 2025. We'll be popping it off at Walk-Ons in Montgomery. We'll be doing our live watch party. Same way we do it like we do when we just do it from YouTube. We'll be doing it on YouTube, but we'll be at Walk-Ons having us a good old time, sitting back there doing it like we do as a AAA family, networking, celebrating with other Alabama fans, and enjoying ourselves. So that's a huge announcement. Once again, want to thank Walk-Ons for being a sponsor, and we will have that commercial running starting. Do we have a show today? I mean, tonight. We do have a night calling show, so it should be ready by tonight. We got some finalized things to finalize on it. Got some graphic things to do, and then it'll be finished. But that's the big news. That's the big announcement. Let's get back into the conversation, man. Here on the Coach Smook Network, we got about 4 minutes before the phone lines open up. So 4 minutes before the phone lines open up, if you want to be on that call-in list, man, text that number 334-625-1121. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. We'll get you on the VIP list, get your name saved, all your information saved. And so when you call in, we know who's calling in. But you ain't got to do that. You just call in when the phone line opens up, and we'll get you on the phone line, man. Y'all turn up, do what you got to do. All right. Oh, dang, a lot of comments since I went back to this. Oh, Lord, we got Ray in the chat. Hold on, y'all, before I get back in here. Let's see what Ray got to say. Jesus Christ. Ray, you got to break your comments down. Lord have mercy. This fair weather fan, he consistent. What needs to be explained is why we're there doing why doing vertical routes or obvious blitzes where were the crosses, digs, plants, and out routes where the hot read identified poor game plan in the second half. If you pay attention, Ty missed 2 checkdowns to Caleb Edwards. He missed one to Marshall Pritchett. The very plays that y'all are talking about and the things that you're asking for, go and watch the plays, Ray. You got them nice glasses. You pay all this money for them glasses. Just go watch the plays. Don't go just listen to what somebody else said and complaining about, and they don't know football themselves. Go watch the plays and watch what happens. Look what the tight end does. Look at the running back flaring out to the side. Even when he had to stay in for protection, when we had the 6-man, the max pass pro, and we had a 3-man concept, there's a drag route. You got 2 verticals. You run a clear out concept. You got 2 verticals. Your outside receiver is setting up to come across with the drag. Ty doesn't have the confidence to lead that. If you're getting pressure and you can't move off the platform and create, you're going to struggle every time. I've never seen a 6-man pressure stood up to give a man 5 seconds. Like, Ty is great with 5 seconds. Ty is great with 4 seconds. But what you're going to see against good competition, anywhere from 2.9 to 3.4 seconds, 3.5 seconds, you got to be able to deliver and get the ball off quick. Somebody in my TikTok chat just said it. You got to be able to get the ball off quick. We see your eyes in the right spot. Why aren't you leading guys? Why aren't you throwing guys open? That's what I want to see. Golly, Ray. Lord have mercy. That boy, take a breath when you type that many words. Golly, Jesus. Somebody help him. All right, let's talk about the good. Let's talk about the good with Alabama. Right now, the good for Alabama, we're talking about a team defensively, that is performing at a clip. And while we're at it, We got 47 watching in the chat right now. I need y'all to continue running the likes up, man. We already hit our 25 like goal. Continue running the likes up. Continue to share the stream. Let everybody know that you're here on the Coach Smook Network. But defensively, we're performing at a clip like no other. Now, y'all might look at some of the explosives that happened in the Auburn game. I tell you right now, if you're playing on a better field, you see better coverage and breakdown from our defensive backs. Zay Mincy probably not so much. His breakdown technique was horrible, but you saw the Dijon Lee, man, it was like he was running in quicksand trying to recover, and that wasn't even his zone to be playing. That was a great job. Ashton Daniels, his experience is starting to show. The more that he's, the more games that he's playing, the more reps that he's getting. But that rollout play and Dijon Lee was probably maybe, and I know on film it looks like he was close, but he was nowhere near that ball, man. It was like he was running in quicksand trying to get back and recover. Great play by Ashton Daniels. Keon Sabb, we know he's no burner, but just that turf was bad, man. Even the receivers of Auburn were having trouble in a lot of their routes, and we all know in football when you got receiver against DB, when the turf or the grass is messed up, the advantage usually goes to the receiver because they can kind of hold up. They kind of know points where they're going to be planning and making their moves. So you kind of get a good gauge of where that happened. But outside of that, man, not many explosive runs. I think the two big runs we gave up were a 26-yarder and a 22-yarder. Both were kind of not necessarily run fit, but just good run, tough running. Not securing tackles. I think in this game we only had 4 missed tackles. I don't have my notes up about the Auburn game, but you carry that type of momentum over to against a team like Georgia, a team that hasn't been explosive against solid defenses, right? They've been able to score with other explosive offenses, but have not been explosive against other offenses been able to score with them that have weak defenses, but you haven't seen them been able to be explosive against good defenses. I think Alabama defense statistically, if you was to take off week 1, right, that the first week, and just statistically compare how we've progressed week from week, even if you did week 1, I think you'll see that this is a top 5, top 10 defense in the country. Pressures on quarterback last night Saturday against Auburn. You saw the type of pressures that we tried to dial up early in the game. They were effective. Auburn started to make adjustments with the QB run, getting him more so in the interior. Makes your run blitzes a little bit less effective. You see the linebackers having to be a lot more patient. The interior of our linebacker core is playing at a high clip. Nakai Hill-Green, Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson. I even like seeing Coy Russaw when we have the 3-man front, him being able to float, him and Yanzi Pierre being able to float from the interior of the second level. I like the extensiveness and the versatility of our defense right now. Secondary wise, in this game, once again, you're dealing with another receiver core, very talented, doesn't get the hype that they deserve because of how good the run game has been performing for Georgia. And I'm going to even say this against Georgia Tech. I want to say the run game struggled. Let me go pull the stats up. Georgia Tech's defense did pretty solid containing Georgia's run game in the first half. From the part of the game that I was watching, I'll say that. But Alabama's run game, the amount of explosives you talking about, go from cutting your average amount of explosive runs, not explosive plays, which was at a six play clip at one point in the season. You cut your explosive runs from 5 in the game to 1.8 or 2.1. Was the last time we checked. We gave up 2 this past game, so you got to see that average going down. Guys are tackling better. Guys are understanding what's being asked of them. Defensive linemen are being a lot more assertive and a lot more explosive coming out of their stances and getting pressure, push in the pocket. The interior of the defensive line has probably been the most impressive when you talk about the front. The LT Overton and Keon Keeley, those guys are starting to kind of pop right now, but all season, I think we've seen consistent growth from Simmons. Tim Keenan, when he got back from his injury, James Smith has been playing lights out. You see a lot of great spot reps from Messiah Faga, 88, getting disruptive. Edric Hill, 94, has been, straight popping. 94 has probably seen the biggest improvement We saw him struggle a little bit towards the end of last year when his number was being called after a few guys got injured. We saw a few guys transfer. We saw 94 have some growing pains last year, but 94 this year, he's going into this phase of like understanding what the assignment is, and he's hard to move. He's hard to move. So I love our defensive line production. Let's flip it over back to the offensive side. The good about the offense, and disagree if you want. Show me where you can show me statistically where you can prove me otherwise. The offensive line paired with the tight end production for Alabama is the best thing for our offense right now. Feed off the strengths and the momentum of the offensive line and what the tight end group is producing for you. Whether that's your tight end is providing great pass pro with the offensive line against some heavy pressures, whether your tight end is making the right check down reads, or release block reads, making the right reads in the zone, sitting down in the right spots. Josh Cuevas before injury was playing at a high clip. See the young guys, Caleb Edwards and Marshall Pritchard, being called on early. Jay Lindsey has been a solid veteran presence. Not anything exposed from Jay Lindsey, but you look at some of the things he does in the run blocking, and it's a good thing that we was able to keep him from hitting the portal. You get what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it now, and I'm saying like right now, the O-line tight end group right now, we have to appreciate, with the discrepancies in every other spot on the offense, not being able to run the ball, running backs not seeing gaps. We showed clips last week and got copyright for it of 4 different run plays against Oklahoma where Jam Miller had, Daniel Hill had 2 of them, and Ty Simpson had an opportunity to create something with his legs. I can go back and show you in this Auburn game, 3 out of the 5 sacks he did not have to take. The one clean sack they got through was on a 7-man pressure, the all-out bailout pressure. You're asking him to let the ball go and try to create a play downfield. That's I mean, what are you expecting? Sometimes you just have to live with that. You don't want to waste a timeout in that moment. You hoping he doesn't fumble. You hoping he doesn't throw the ball away and get an interception. Sometimes you just have to be smart and protect the ball, live to play the next play. So I look at the way the offensive line, I look at that stunt that did end up getting the tie that first drive. I talk about it because when watching it live, you don't realize how much time he has watching it on TV. But watching it live, you are sitting back there and you're every snap, every drop back, for every 6 or 7 drop backs is when you finally see some pressure on top. When you're watching it live, you're sitting there, you're like, man, what is he waiting on? What is he waiting on? You see DB slipping, off of the release. Ryan Williams cooking out of the slot. And Ty Simpson is 3 or 4 steps into his drop back and hasn't even made a glance that way. So we got to see better production. It's not the offensive line. Anytime you get sacked in the pocket with more than, and more than 4 seconds have ran off the play clock, the game clock, the play clock, right? That's not on the offensive line, in my opinion. You got time to throw it away at that point. You got time to check it down. You got time to run. 4 seconds. And I'm not saying it's 4 seconds every drop back. But the ones that he's taking sacks on, the average snap to sack time on his sacks has been close to 4 seconds. We're talking about 3.8 seconds. This was the same problem against Florida State. We had the same problem against Florida State. He said, pull the stats. We ran great against Florida State, against Georgia Tech. I said I was going to look it up. That's what I was looking for. I'm trying to figure out why I got ESPN up on this other tab back here, and I just totally forgot. That's my ADHD going off right there, man. Appreciate you for reminding me. We're going to open the phone lines. I want you to, all y'all Georgia fans, y'all come in. So to close this argument out, or to close this segment out and to get on the phone lines, and when you call in, today is about the SEC championship game. So if you calling in to troll, make sure you talking some football with the SEC championship game. I don't care about Ohio State, Caden. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about Ohio State today. I don't care about nobody else. Nobody else is playing in the SEC. So if you're an Auburn fan calling in, talk about the SEC championship game. If you're an Oklahoma fan, I don't care if your record better than us and you beat us, talk about the SEC championship game. Because you watching it from the couch, probably where you want to watch it from anyways. But yeah, call in on the line, share your thoughts. But my final statement to close this out when it comes to the good for Alabama, if you can capitalize with what's been in your strengths offensively, defensively, offensive line, tight end, your defense as a whole, if you could capitalize with that, and the thing that had the most potential coming into the season, the very thing that people were scared of the first 4 weeks of the season, which was your pass game, if you can get those three elements of Alabama to show up this game and sprinkle in a little bit of what we were able to do in the run game against Auburn, right? I mean, just a little bit. Give me two explosives again. Give me one explosive, one 7+ yard gain, a drive on the ground. Give me one of those. Give me one of those. Give me almost 4 yard per carry average. Give me that, and I guarantee you, Alabama handle this game. I won't be doing a score prediction till the day of we do the live game watch party. I won't be doing my score prediction till then. So y'all can tap in right after this message, man. We're gonna take one more break. Get into no, we don't have a break right here. We're not at the break. We about to just transition to our calling segment. So if you're ready to call in, man, somebody go ahead and type it in chat. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Call in. The phone line is now open. 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, put me in the game, Coach Smook. We'll get you on the phone line here on the Coach Smook Network.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Y'all, appreciate y'all for being here, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. 334-625-1121. Don't be hesitating to call in now. The phone line is open. That means y'all should be calling in. We got a lot of people in the chat too. Appreciate y'all for 32 likes on YouTube, man. Let me check with TikTok comments. I'm gonna get into y'all comments again. What we got? I got a feeling they're gonna try and use QB run a lot against us, and now Gunner getting comfortable. I don't think they're gonna use QB run. I think they're gonna allow him to drop back. And get a few looks. I think Mike Bobo is gonna be balanced. We'll see probably if we allow Georgia to get comfortable enough to run, hand the ball off 40 times in this game, we're in trouble. One, that means our defense is on the field too much, and two, that means our offense isn't stopping the run very well, and the passing game is not needed for Georgia. If we're forcing them into, a 40 pass attempt type of game, 35 plus pass attempt type game, that means our defense is doing their job and we're keeping them off schedule. And it, not necessarily from just a play calling standpoint or attempt standpoint, does that tell everything. I'm just saying from what they want to do to stay balanced. I don't think they want to throw the ball 35 plus times a game. I don't think they want to do that. 334-625-1121. If y'all ain't calling in today, I'm about to get on this game because I want to play the game this week, y'all. I got some content to make, man. We got content to create. I'm telling y'all, this week gonna be fun because myself, Adrian, y'all know he's a resident AAA Georgia fan. We're gonna be doing a couple of games, man, and I plan on. I want to do it on TikTok, but I also want to stream on YouTube. So hopefully we can. We were looking at getting this subscription through Streamlabs. I mean this affiliate partnership through Streamlabs and get their dual casting software at a discounted rate. Is expensive, y'all. I ain't even gonna mess with you. Your boy ain't built like that. But 334-625-1121. Let me refresh the call-in number page because I don't think is anybody calling in. It say we got 4 missed calls. I haven't seen the phone calls. If you called in, call in now. I don't know what's going on with the phone line, y'all. If I just missed your call, 334, I just missed your call. 205, I just missed your call. I might need to. All right, y'all, give me a second. I might need to reset the reset it because it might be jammed up because of the automated messages. Let me see. I'm gonna reset it real quick. All right, that's probably what happened. I'm resetting it right now. All right, here it is. All right, there it is. It's working now. Oh, Lord. Maybe it ain't working.
Call from.
Me in the game, Coach Smook.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Yo, what's up, Katie? You in the game with Coach Smook and the Alabama and Georgia fan bases. How are you doing today, Ohio State fan?
You know what, Coach Smook? I cannot complain. How are you today, good sir?
I'm good. I'm good, Katie. I'm good, Katie, man. What you want to talk about today? Talk to me.
Well, obviously the SEC championship game, and that's been determined. It's Alabama versus Georgia. But here's my 2 cents on that game here, Coach Smook, and let me talk to you for a minute, sir. I mean, in this game, obviously Georgia could pull the upset in this game. Their defense could play out of their minds. But obviously, the last time we saw Bama Georgia play, and that was at Georgia, Ty Simpson proved why he is one of the best quarterbacks, even in a tight situation. So, this is a kind of a 50-50 toss-up game. But in my opinion, it don't matter who comes out winning that game. Because ultimately, somebody's waiting around the corner for either one of y'all. And that's the Ohio State.
I ain't trying to hear that BS today, chat. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even trying to hear it today. I ain't even trying to hear that. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't want to hear that about them Ohio State Buckeyes, man. I don't want to hear that about the look. You ain't gonna call back, bro. We ain't trying to hear that today, bro. What you mean, Katie? Everybody, we talk about the SEC championship, baby. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell him. He better. Triple A family, y'all get him, man. He don't know. He don't know Coach Smook too well. He must have thought, Mary J. He must have thought he was gonna call in on this call-in line today and do some of that hootenanny, that hootenanny, scootenanny, and all that crap he was doing. No, sir. No, sir, not today. Let's see who that caller was. Let's see. Did they leave a message? Okay. Let me see. Can we do this? All right, y'all. Yeah, Kaden, you tried it in. I ain't trying to hear that. I told y'all, man, get that clip. Yeah, clip that. What I be saying on the game, clip that. You know on with that, man. We ain't trying to hear none of that. And then, Ohio State Buckeyes, all that bull stuff, man. We ain't trying to hear that. Not this morning. We locked in for Georgia. We'll talk about Ohio State if we see y'all. How about that? Golly. Man, I ain't gonna lie. If Ohio State lose they conference championship game, you can call in as many times as you want, Kaden. I want to get that. I want to make sure I'm live to get that. Got another call on the line. Let's see who it is.
Call from.
Vinny Wallbacher.
To accept, press.
Yo, you in the game with Coach Smook. Say your name for me again.
Vinny Wallbacher.
Didi Weibacher?
Vince Wallbacher.
Vince Weibacher.
How's it going, Coach?
It's going good, man. Y'all, we got Vince in the game with Coach Smook. Mary J, just put Vince on there. I don't know why I want to say the last name. I need that last name because it's challenging me.
Vince Lawbacher. It's a German coach.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it, man. Well, welcome to the show, man. What's on your mind? Talk to me today, brother.
Well, Coach, we got a big game, coming up. I just want to talk about first. I want to talk about like the missed opportunities that we've been having with Ty Simpson and the offense that we're going to probably need to have to fix up against Georgia. Like, for instance, we had a couple opportunities to get like 40-some points on Auburn. We had so many opportunities. Like, for instance, our defense, we're doing good. I'm impressed with Kane Womack fixing up the defense. But I don't really see everyone wants to talk about the running game not getting going. But I think a lot of it, like, is our receivers not getting separation that helps the run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think we're going to need a lot more separation against Georgia to set up our run. You know what I'm saying? Coach, you there?
Yeah, my fault, man. My headphones came out. I lost you about 20 seconds ago.
Oh,
I'm sorry. My headphones came out. My dog, man, he a big old baby, want to crawl under the table and stuff while I'm on the show now, and I'm like, bro, he getting into this baby stage. But if you can go back about 20 seconds, I lost you.
No, Coach, pretty much what I'm saying is everyone thinks that the running game is the problem. I think a lot of it is our receivers aren't helping the running game by getting the separation. They're not helping the running game because they're supposed to take their guys down the field and they're not getting that separation. And I think against Georgia this time, they got more of a, people want to say that they got things going their way. Like, for instance, like Gunnar Stockton's good, but he only put up 70 yards against Georgia Tech.
Something like that. It wasn't an explosive offensive game for them. And that's why I was trying to see where the Georgia fan in the chat was talking about they ran the ball good against Georgia Tech. Your total yardage that doesn't necessarily mean you ran the ball good.
No, that's my thing, Coach, is if we take away Georgia's running game, they can't really throw. Like, what I love about what Nick Saban did, that Kirby's still kind of living in the dark ages, if you want to say, is Georgia's never really had a gunslinging quarterback. Stetson Bennett wasn't really one. Carson Beck wasn't really one. They're not really known for their main receivers. Like, Georgia, they're going to have a hard time against our backfield. If our backfield keeps playing the same as like the way we've been doing with Lee, with the backfield, with the Xavier Brown,
yeah,
we're going to be fine stopping Georgia's receiving. It's a running game. But if we can stack up the line, Dante Lawson can play a little bit down below, we should be able to stop them. It's really going to come down to, we got to put pressure on Gunnar. If we take Gunnar away and hold Ty Simpson up a little bit, I think it's going to really come down to the quarterback back.
When you say hold Ty Simpson up a little bit, how much a little bit longer do we need to hold Ty Simpson up? I gotta ask every Bama fan that says that. That's probably the thing that's irking my nerves right now with a lot of the fan perspective of what's happening with our team.
Well, here's my thing. I don't think it's Ty's fault. I think a lot of it is, I don't think Ryan Grubb's being creative enough to help Ty out. I don't think he's helping Ty out. I don't think really our receivers are helping. Like Ryan Williams, where's Ryan Williams been? And if you think about it, they're not being creative with Ryan Williams. They're not putting him on good routes. A lot of the routes have been kind of some small routes, that he needs to go deep. Ryan Williams needs to go deep, and I just don't think anybody's really helping Ty out. We saw earlier this year when people were helping Ty, we were clicking good. Like, I think a lot of it is I think everybody needs to do their part. I think Ty
I gotta
is
stop
doing
you. Can
his
I stop
part.
you real quick? Can I please stop you? How much more
Yeah.
can you help Ty when he's throwing? And this happened in the Georgia game. So many balls were behind receivers. Jeremy Bernard coming on a crosser, a stick post, what we like to call a bang eight type of a post route. You see Ty Simpson underthrow him on that. Latsier Brooks on the streaker. He underthrows him on that. The perfect. Hold on, I'm not done. The perfect pass to Ryan Williams downfield. You say, let's help Ty out. Why we not scheming it over for Ryan Williams? Well, every open ball that Ryan Williams has had from Ty Simpson, he's dropped it. Big moment balls, he's dropped it or fumbled it. What more do you have to do? How many more opportunities do we need to give Ryan Williams when you have a true freshman, Latsier Brooks, that's taking the ball? He's only had one fumble, and it was questionable because he caught it. It was a bang-bang play. He's had one fumble. The targets are picking up for him. You had the game where Ryan Williams is out. You didn't notice that he wasn't out there. Like, what are we complaining about? The offense is performing at a clip when Ty Simpson is executing his part of the job. I don't think it's on the receivers. You talking about the receivers in the run game. The run game was effective this game because of the wide receiver blocking. And guess who wasn't out there for most of those run snaps?
Ryan Williams.
Okay, just take a while. So I like the fact that the players, especially in the wide receiver rotation, we don't see a 6-7 man wide receiver rotation right now. We see a solid 5. You might see number 6 get some spare reps if somebody get injured, but you see 5 going in. Rico Scott has been solid in run blocking. Jeremy Bernard has been solid in run blocking. Isaiah Harden has picked up the last 4 or 5 weeks in assistant downfield run blocking. You got the young guys, the young tight ends, their pass pro, their run blocking is starting to get a lot better. The running backs are starting to see the holes. The last 2 games, we've seen the offense really settle down in the run game. Outside of that, we need Ty Simpson to pick his game up. Nobody else needs to help Ty but Ty. And it's not Ryan Grubb in the play calling.
Okay, Coach. That's fair enough.
Show me a play where Ty. Show me a play, and if you can do this for me, and anybody in the chat, anybody listening can do this for me. Give me a play where Ty take a sack. We're talking about bad things that are happening because of play calling. Let's talk about the play action pass where Ty's taking a sack, and you look downfield during the play, not after the play when it's settled down and everybody's good, but during the play, you're looking downfield and there's literally a guy crossing his face, 7 yards, 8 yards in front of him, and he's trying to wait for a deep ball to open up. Or the check down that's trailing with him or floating with him, flooring with him. He's not taking that early to give them enough space on the sideline to make a play.
Well, there is that play, Coach, where when we played against Georgia earlier this year where we were going deep. Do you remember, was it Ryan Williams that dropped the long bomb?
Yeah. I mean, literally, that's the only, and I tell people, that's the only pass I can remember. That's the last deep ball pass I can remember for Ty that was confident and was perfect. And I think that mentally hurt him when Ryan Williams was the one that dropped that. It was wide open, man.
Yes. Yeah, there was that one. I do think Ty is not a deep threat quarterback. He has shown that he doesn't really have a confidence to throw deep. I mean, that's why he likes Cuevas to throw short. But we, with not having Cuevas, do you think that's going to affect him in this SEC championship game?
I think we are going to have him back for this game. I think
Are we?
I think we're going to have him back. Might not be 100%, but I like the way that Marshall Pritchett played in this game. I'll talk about that pass that he dropped. If you look at it, man, I don't know how it looked to y'all from the screen, but in the stadium, it was literally like a 3-yard toss that Ty could have just laid to him, and he threw it with so much force, man. And the atmosphere there, or whatever, the humidity, or not humidity, but how cold it was, you could tell that players were having a hard time holding on to the ball.
Right.
Even Auburn's receivers, man, not just catching it, but it was a couple of plays where they could have called fumbles. They could have reviewed for fumbles on a couple of those. So that's that played a lot of, but it's certain things like that you just want your quarterback to be aware of. You're throwing to a tight end, a young tight end. He hasn't had many reps, in-game reps this season. You know, give him the easy ball and let him make a play. It's just certain things you want to see at this point in the season from our quarterback that I feel like if those small things, he was confident in those things, not just doing them because that's his job, but if he was confident in doing it, I think we see a totally different type of production from the offense. And if that's the only thing that switch can be turned on. That can happen in a practice. That can happen after a certain play in the game. That's why I'm still hoping for Ty to be able to perform it at an elite level like I expected him coming into the season. But final thoughts, man, as we get ready to close it, get off this phone line and open it up for some more callers, man.
Yeah, Coach, I have us winning this 35-23.
35-23?
I have us doing 35-23. I think for them to beat us, first of all, I think we're more creative. We will be a little more creative. I also believe that Stockton is going to have to throw the ball, but when he throws the ball, it plays into our hands because we have, in my opinion, one of the best backfields. That's why I believe we can play with any team because we have one of the best backfields. And I have them getting 23 because they have a decent little running game and a couple quick little passes, but I don't see them getting past our backfield. 35-23, Coach.
35-23 from our guy Vince, man. Vince, where you calling from, man, on your way out?
California.
Cali. We got Cali checking in this morning on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all give it up for our guy Vince. Vince, appreciate you for calling in and roll tide, my guy.
Roll tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all, appreciate y'all for calling in. 334-625-1121. We got more on the phone line. Y'all call in, man. I seen the missed calls. You can call in now. 334-625-1121. We got more comments to check in. We've got to have jam this weekend. No, we don't. Man, listen. When we put AK Deer in this last game in this big moment, it wasn't in it was in a crunch moment. And I'm telling you, that young man, he's going to need about 30 carries before he really start hitting his stride. But when AK Deer hits his stride, the offset of him, Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, we're going to love that dynamic.
Call from
Swag.
Yo, Swag, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook, man. Talk to me, my boy.
Good morning, Hines. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good, brother. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. It's sorry I haven't been able to call in a while. I've been busy with the new baby and stuff, but
hey, congrats on that, man. Congrats. How's everything going with that?
Good, man. He's home now. He's not in the NICU anymore. We've had him home now for almost 2 weeks, so he's doing good. You know, he's eating, sleeping, and shitting. So
yeah,
you know.
Look, that's all you worried about them first 6 to 12 weeks. You want to just make sure they doing that on a regular basis. Hey, you got a NICU baby, man. I had 2 NICU babies. My third son Jeremiah, he had to stay in the NICU for a few weeks, and then he had to go to that children's hospital in Waco while I was at Fort Hood. When I had to take them a few weeks off. And then my baby boy, he was just born early, but wasn't nothing wrong with that joker. He was just ready to come out. He knows you like that. But what's on your mind today, man? Talk to me, man. Alabama, Georgia. Alabama's in the SEC championship game. I think last time we talked was right before the LSU game. And since then, something has transpired that me and you kind of talked about going into that game with our quarterback. But tell me your thoughts with everything, man, going into this game. And, the floor is yours, man.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know what to think about the game because I don't know what version of our offense we're going to get, Like, I mean, I don't know what they need to do this week to try to get Ty Simpson, like, back to being comfortable. Because, I mean, you can tell since the LSU game that he's not as comfortable as he has been earlier in the season. He to me, he looks a little frantic back there and he's anxious.
Yeah, a lot of that.
I feel like he's kind of like he was against Florida State where he was a little gun shy sometimes. So I feel like if you go back and you watch his tape on him versus Georgia, the first time that they played this year, versus the last 3 weeks, it's a completely different quarterback. Like I don't know why, but I mean, he's going to need to be confident and he's going to need to be comfortable for the offense to be efficient against Georgia's defense.
What do you think? What do you think? The moment comes for Ty. I truly and see. I'm really more so. I'm not against Ty. I'm never against the players. I'm against the mindset of the fans that like to vocalize these video game type thoughts and mindsets when they want to talk about play calling. And you know, where are the slants, where are the curls? They're happening. Trust me. They're not traditional. Send them. This isn't like NCAA where you're going to see hitches ran where you're going to stem them 12 yards downfield. They're running straight 12 yards downfield. You got free releases. You got diamond release. You got inside release. You got leverage release. Like all of these different releases that you're going to see. And these routes are more about getting into space and finding the right space based off the concept of the route. Opposed to, you know, it could be the post can look like a big C sometimes. You know, just based off of what the defense gives you pre-snap and their alignment, or what they drop in or drop into after snap. So people are asking where these routes are. They're there. The receivers are there. Sometimes you have to throw the receiver to the spot. Yeah. And we have not seen that. I have not seen Ty lead receiver on a consistent basis yet this season. And that's a scary thought when you're talking about a team in Georgia that's going to be fine. If they feel like they can get some type of and Kirby, I truly believe he's going to dial up the pressure a lot more this game. But I feel like if Georgia feels like they're fine with just keeping 4 on the line, if they're getting home with 4, they're getting pressure with 4 against our pass, this could be a bad game for Ty. That Robert safety look that Kirby likes to scheme up, him and Glenn, those guys they're gonna have. We see them. We see it happening against other teams.
Yeah, and he also, I think they need to try. Well, I think they do try, and I think teams are just starting to adjust to it. But, I mean, his strength is attacking the middle of the field. He struggles throwing it to the numbers and throwing it deep down the field. You know, I mean, his strength is really throwing it to the middle of the field. And I think teams are starting to really pick up on that and really starting to play tighter coverage in the middle and be willing to give up some stuff on the outside because he's not as strong there. But I don't know. I hope that they have a game plan to get him ready to go against Kirby Smart, because I mean Kirby Smart is really good at making adjustments. It's going to be really hard to beat Georgia for a second time. You know,
I think what Kirby has going for him is against our strength right now, and that's our run defense, and that doesn't help his offense. That offense, these Georgia fans popping in the chat, I pretty much remember y'all saying that the offense looked good against Georgia Tech. In what quarter? Because the way I'm looking at it is you had to run the ball 46 times. You threw the ball 21 times, only had 11 completions for 70 yards. Your quarterback threw an interception against a Georgia Tech secondary that literally just got lit up by a Pittsburgh offense last week. You didn't have explosive runs against Georgia Tech. You ran the ball 41 times, averaged 4.1 yards per carry. Your biggest rush of the game, let me go back to that. Your longest rush of the game was from Zachariah Branch. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Nate Frazier, 22 yards. So you didn't have an explosive run game. You handed the ball off. All your running backs ran the ball. Cash Jones, McCray, Frazier. What is Wheeler hurt? Is the guy Wheeler the little scat back? Is he hurt for Georgia? Because if he hurt, then that's a different story for y'all. He's the one that was he was the one the problem. That's the one I was worried about coming into this game.
Talking about Frazier or whatever?
No, not Frazier. I'm not worried about Nate Frazier. I think his style of running fits into exactly what we got on the interior of our D line and what our linebackers are playing like. I'm talking about the young cat, man. I think he was a freshman. I want to say it was Wheeler. Let me look at their roster. But yeah, man, I their strength is their run game plays into our strength on our defense right now. And people kept saying Womack 4-2-5 can't stop the run game. My God, go watch again. And a lot of those yards that Ashton Daniels got, man, those are just like off schedule pass play yards, man. Not run game. Traditional handoffs, we bottled the run game. The handoffs were not explosive last night. And the QB run game, we contained it. QB design run game, I think Alabama did a great job containing against Auburn. I don't think Gunnar Stockton presents that same skill set to attack us in the QB run game.
You know, it's crazy to me that people still have, you know, negative things to say about, you know, Kane Womack. I don't understand it, man. Like, I mean, out of the two coordinators we have this year, who's performed better this year? Who's had a better season?
Kane by far.
Kane Womack.
And you're talking about somebody that lost a key player, Quay Roussard. We knew how important of a factor he was in that room. We didn't know if Yanzi Pierre was going to clip, and you lost Quay, and you saw one game where it looked like the defense might have taken a half step back, but whatever they did for Yanzi and the rest of those guys in that Wolf room, it's affected the whole defense, and they haven't taken a step back. And now with Quay being back, they're even faster right now. They're even more solid in containing the run game.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't get it. This defense has performed all year long. Like, I didn't lose to Oklahoma because of the defense.
Right. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about our offense giving them 10 points.
Right.
And us losing by 2.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. They got to have a good game plan for this weekend. You know, they're gonna have to mix some things up. I kind of think, honestly, I think Ryan Grubb has been a little bit predictable this year to me. I don't know why. I feel like we don't run the ball. We now the last couple games we have been a little bit like in the Iron Bowl. We ran the ball really, really well.
I love the way we ran the ball there, and I don't understand why we haven't been leaning into that more in the season.
Well, you know why? I don't think that our running game struggles have been because of an inability. In my opinion, I think it's because I don't think we run the ball on consecutive plays enough times throughout the game, throughout the season. Like against Auburn, there were times we were running the ball 5-6 times in a row.
That 15-play drive, we ran it. We ran it twice.
I mean,
we went first down, second down, and then you had to play action to get it first down. And then in that same drive, you had an opportunity. You set yourself up in 4-down territory because you ran the ball on first and second down. Yeah. You set yourself up for it. You got stuffed on a 3rd and 3, incomplete pass on the 3rd and 2. I'm sorry, 3rd and 2, and then you ended up converting it on the fourth down. Like that's because you made them respect the run game.
Yep. And like, I mean, your running game, just like your passing game, it works in rhythm. Like you have to get your offensive line in rhythm, just like you do in the passing game. Like you can't just run the ball one time for 3 yards and then say, "Oh, well, that didn't work. Let's throw the ball 3 times now." Like, you know, you can't do that. You have to stay committed to it.
And see, I'm not going to get at you about getting that grub because you said exactly what the problem is with the grub. It's not necessarily the play. See, people when they talk about plays, right? They're not giving them the right pass plays. No, when Ryan Grubb dials up some pass concepts, there are options out there. There are opportunities there. We got to execute. The play calling is not the issue in that aspect. Now, the pace of play calling, meaning run, pass, or pass, run, pass, run, pass, run. That the pace of that is a problem. I've said was going to be something that we would have to see about Ryan Grubb coming back to the collegiate level because look at what Seattle did under him last year. They would get into real quick rhythms in the passing game, and that's what made their run game not seem as effective or as explosive because they didn't need it. They were getting in such good rhythms at executing the first initial scripts of the passing part of your play calling scheme that you didn't need to lean on the run game and run the ball as many times as everybody else in the league was.
Yeah.
And that was still, you're talking about a team that still went 10-6 or something like that, and they didn't have explosive assets in the running back room, so that worked for them. Alabama, we're not getting into that rhythm quick to get into Ryan Grubb's style of play calling. And I think he's trying to force an issue. Now, what if, and this is hypothetical, everybody in the chat that thinks I'm against Ty Simpson, but what if the same offense that we seen Ty Simpson struggle with, what if that same offense was ran through Austin Mack, and we saw Austin Mack getting the ball out quick against EIU? I know it's EIU, but it was getting the ball out quick. Ty Simpson threw 2 picks against this squad, bro.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, and the other thing too, like I said, like Ty struggles throwing the ball vertically down the field, deep. And there's been some opportunities all year long for that. And he's missing them.
You know what it is? I'm seeing Ty wait till a guy get to the 20 to try to lead him.
He don't let it loose.
You gotta let that mug loose, bro. You gotta let it loose. You should know, especially on like those deep over routes or those delayed post concepts where you're doing what we call like the double bangers. You're getting the twins, and you got one at 7, and you got the other one at 12, and you trying to make the safety bite. Or I like the delayed drag dig concepts that we run, where we'll run the post route from the slot one time at the safety, and the drag from the number 1 receiver on the outside on the boundary, and then the second time you send it up, you have them both get that outside release, and when they stem up, by the time the safety is making the move, he's leaned so far outside the hash. There's no reason for you to wait until that receiver is breaking off that route at 12-15 to know which decision you're going to make. Based off of where that safety is sitting on that hash, I should know where I can anticipate and make that throw. Now, you have some great receivers. Caleb Downs, one that can bait you into some of these calls, but not very many. And you haven't given anybody a reason or made anybody respect your arm talent. So go ahead and let that mug rip.
Yeah, let it go. I think the biggest problem with Ty Simpson, I don't think it's his ability, man. I think it's in his head. I think he's
better preach
down on himself. He doesn't look comfortable back there.
You better preach. And I watched him pregame, brother. I watched him pregame. As much as he's wanting to try to be a confident, inspiring guy, when those things start going left, man, I could see his body language. It doesn't change to say I'm defeated. It's like I'm frantic. I'm not settled.
Yeah.
He just, like you said, he doesn't look comfortable. I don't think Ty Simpson is scary. I don't think he doesn't fight hard to win games. I don't think none of that about him. I think there's, like you said, a mental block there that's not allowing him to get comfortable in these uncomfortable situations. And that's not an easy thing to do, especially at this level of football. But if anybody had the abilities that you want in a quarterback, it's Ty Simpson.
Yeah. One thing I really hope that they really try to get into his head this week in preparation is use your damn legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they send all that pressure, when they're sending 7-8 guys at you, man, step up in the pocket and take off.
Swag, before you get off the line, I got to ask you, because some people think that your O-line is supposed to be able to hold up and give your wide receivers can make a quick enough break against an all-out 7-man, 8-man pressure. You can't hand the ball off in that situation. You're still gonna get penetration from the offense line. What are you supposed to do in those situations? Like, what are you as the quarterback? What's your 1 and 2 option in your mind?
To me, hopefully you check to block your running back to add just some extra protection. So maybe your first read is maybe a little quick out or maybe a quick slant, depending on how the defense is aligned, something like that. And then maybe read 2, if you get there, maybe a little your tight end chipping and leaking out into the flat. And if that's not there, you gotta get north and south. You gotta get
north and south. You know what? A lot of times when Bryce Young would break out of those sacks or those all-out pressures, it wasn't because he juked anybody. He just caught them a defensive lineman, upfield momentum. He planted his foot in the ground, drive through, whatever's reaching to trip you up, you drive through it, protecting the ball. Once you break a level, your head should already be up. Once you break a level, the ball comes back up once you pass that level. And if you passing that level is you over the line of scrimmage, tuck that book and keep going. Stop looking for the line of scrimmage, trying to make something happen downfield. You breaking that level on that type of pressure, there's probably nothing downfield for you. You probably got yourself, you're probably looking at the back of everybody else's jersey. Make something happen with your legs. You got, man, Ty is not a small quarterback. I don't know why people feel like we got this small, scrawny little good old golden boy, Captain America. No, this young man, he ain't got no small frame. So I would love to see him utilize that. Final thought, 30 seconds, Swag. We got to get this line cut off, man.
Hey, Roll Tide, it's going to be a tough one this weekend. They got to get ready. They got to change some stuff up on offense. Maybe throw some QB draws in there too. But I think we're capable of winning this game. I don't know. I'm not settled on a score prediction yet, so I'm not going to give that yet. But I think we're capable of winning this game if we do the things necessary and make the right adjustments to win this game.
Facts.
But I'm also, if we lose the game, I'm not going to be shocked. So it's going to be a really tough game. It's always a tough game when we play Georgia. So they'll be ready. We got to make sure that we're ready too.
All right,
run the ball.
Roll Tide, my boy.
All right, Roll Tide, Hans.
Appreciate you, man. Y'all give it up for Swag for calling in today, man. And that's going to be the last caller on the morning show, man. Y'all want to call in? Y'all want to be heard on the call-in line? Make sure y'all tap in tonight. We're going to do our call-in show 8 p.m. tonight, Central Standard Time. Y'all tap in, share your thoughts on the Coach Smook Network, the Chattin with Coach Smook call-in show. Now, before we get out of here, y'all, just want to thank y'all for helping us reach another like goal, man. Y'all sitting there, y'all doing y'all thing. We are one like away from hitting our 40 like goal here on the Coach, not 40 likes. We are one like away from hitting 40 likes, and we got 54 in the chat, so we could possibly hit 50 if y'all help us out here on the closeout of the show. We'll be closing the show out here in 4 minutes. But let's get into some hot comments. I'm seeing some comments, man. Appreciate every caller that called in, man. Appreciate every caller that called in. Let me look at these comments. Let me see what Mary J got started. I don't want to see no crying stuff today, y'all. I ain't got time for the crying this week. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It's not fully on Ty, but also not fully on the wide receivers. Kinesis, if you had to weigh it out, don't give me that nice guy stuff. We in game 13. Ain't no more time for it's obvious. There's no sugarcoating it. After that Oklahoma game, people were, we've been telling you it was Milroe. No, I've been telling y'all what Milroe been doing too. But y'all don't want to hear what everybody else was doing. Now this year, y'all want to hear what everybody else doing, and y'all don't want to hear what Ty doing. No. I see wide receivers streaking wide open. I need you to connect on at least one of those in the game to make the safeties respected. I see guys winning up front. I need you to make your decisions quicker and get the ball out. Trust your reads. I need your eyes to stay active. Don't start staring down reads when you get in third and passing. And we got a good momentum drive going. Take your time, process it. These are small things he can do to affect the whole production of the whole team. There's no way around it. If he does those two of those three things I just mentioned, if he does two of those against Oklahoma, we don't lose that game. He's not throwing that pick six. Do you think Mo Leekland goes with Coach Shepard to Oregon State? Like I said, I don't know if you were in here earlier. I'm not commenting on that for live. That's for members only type content. If running backs can't be explosive, we need Ty to start running when he can to compensate so the defense can respect some facet of our running game. That's literally what the point of being a dual threat quarterback is. Y'all want him to be acknowledged as that. I need him to be the dual threat quarterback that he is, and I think he's capable of it. That's the thing. That's what's frustrating about it. Just like I thought Jalen Milroe was way more capable of being more consistent on the intermediate passing game than he was last year. But he also was dealing with a right tackle issue. One thing I will say about Ty, he's not dealing with a protection issue this year. He's not dealing with a protection issue, and I think he knows that too. I guarantee you when Ty goes back and he's watching film, he already knows before because he's a smart kid and he knows the game. Ty knows. I think he really knows what the defense is throwing at him. I don't think the defense confuses him. I think he tries to force things. So when it doesn't happen like he expects it to happen or like it was supposed to play out, he's not thinking, oh, yeah, step 2, step 3. He's like, step 1, this how you beat this. So give me this. All right, it's opening up. There goes there goes the sack with 6 seconds holding the ball. We can't have it. Gotta let him, gotta get him in that mode of, oh, that's not there. That's not there. Bam. That's not there. That's not there. Out. I only see 5 dropping in covers. I don't have time. I see him bracketing here. Let me go ahead and get ready to check my underneath. I see the safety walking up late. Let me move this pocket. I might be able to drag something behind him. You got to have that a part of your game to win a national championship. We need that from Ty. It's part of his bag. He can get in there. Best believe Kirby will be a little different this go around. Remember, we beat them in the SEC championship game, but lost them in the natty. Got to believe, though. Hey, Bama boy Davis, that got nothing to do with this staff and this whole new era of college football. I promise you, it won't be nothing like that. It won't be nothing like that. If anything, our adjustments should help us. I truly believe Kirby and them had the advantage in Athens. We just made 1 or 2 more plays. And Alabama's defense still forcing turnovers, man. That's going to be the biggest part of this game. If Ty Simpson can protect the ball once again, I think we still see the same type of victory, maybe even bigger. Coach Smook, who you want as the new wide receiver coach? Mays or Julio, or a bona fide established wide receiver coach? Let's talk about that later. I think Julio would be a great blockbuster hire, momentum hire for the fan base. But I don't know what type of training and development type stuff Julio is doing. I know he was a great receiver, right? But just because you was one of the greats don't mean you're going to be a great coach. Like, there's this misconception that some of your greatest coaches weren't even your best athletes. So, I don't know, man. I definitely want us to do our due diligence and get the best guy in that's got a good idea of what the landscape is. Shout out to Walter Roberts for the $9.99 super chat here on the stream today, man. Appreciate you for that $9.99. He said, I've been MIA, but know that I support everything you do, man. I support you too, man. He says, Swag just proved my point. He said Ty strength is middle of the field, i.e. crosses the set, but where's the argument against what he said? What are you talking about? You said they're not running them. They are running them. He literally proved our point by saying that it's out there. He's got to hit it. All you got to do is watch the film. I told you got them good glasses, and you're not using them. You didn't prove your point. You helped us prove our point against your point that they're not running them. Clear out concept is the perfect thing to go against an all-out blitz. You got to have a quarterback, got to create time. If he see an 8-man pressure, 7-man pressure, and he know he only got 6 in protection, you got to win one of those matchups. You got to create space. You got to do something to win that matchup. It's not always on the offensive line. It's not the play calling. The wide receivers, I'm telling you, Jeremy Bernard is coming across. Sometimes you got to let that ball go early. You ain't got no linebacker dropping back on that all-out pressure. And just in case it's not developing, just in case your wide receiver might get jammed up by another 5-star NFL caliber talent out there on the boundary and it gets delayed. You don't just throw it up because you got pressure in your face. Tuck that ball, stick that foot in the ground, drive through, try to get to the next level, keep your head up. You don't know what can happen. Let's see. Tell him again. Hold on. Can I change the layout for this one? I need this one to be seen clearly. This is all I'm saying. Be fair, because I gave Miro hell last year after the Oklahoma game. I gave Miro hell. Y'all told me I was turning on him and everything. Well, not y'all. A lot of them Fairweather fans that's supporting the other content now. But y'all told me that. They told me that. Said I was turning on him. I'm just saying. Man, we got to get Ray some better glasses, man. This man can't see. He don't know what a crosser look like. Defense humming right now. Who that, fam? Auburn had y'all. What you mean? Auburn had us beat. Coming from an LSU fan, you know how our defense roll. LSU, you know how our defense roll, right? You remember very good, don't you, how that defense roll? Talking about defense. You know how our defense come. You know how we come. You remember very well. Or should you be reminded again? Let me see. We got some more super chats. Is that another super chat? Oh, that's Walt. I'm scrolling to catch up. And hey, listen, man, I got them focals too, man. I just see, bro. I could just see better. Bro, you should think about getting a better mic. The one you're using makes the audio sound kind of cheap. Hey, Ron, you said that last time on one of my other videos. Guess what? If you don't like my audio, you can go listen to somebody else. Or if you want to hook a brother up with one of them high-class audio mics, go ahead and do it. But you sitting here broke with no wristband, that's all that's gonna do is get you put in time out. I appreciate y'all for already handling, but I just wanted people to see this. This is what I mean. Like, you talking about my audio. 49 other people have liked the stream, or 43 have liked the stream. They don't have an issue with my audio, but you do. Thank you, sir, for being here. Thank you. Made it easy. LSU, right? LSU. Draymond, what's good, man? What you laughing at? I love when the trolls show up. That's when we know we making it, man. It's Rowan guy. He said that on a video and got clowned. How you gonna be talking about? You hear me, don't you? Don't you hear me? Goofy dude. Nah, man. Not an issue to me, the mic. What you mean? I want one of them new good mics, man. I got this XLR. A lot of people don't even know how to use these. They don't even know how to set up. I just need it's a condenser mic. We've been using this motherfucker for about, what, 6 years now? 2021. So this mic, yeah, it got some miles on it. Might need a new one. I want to see your broke ass. Sorry. God forgive me. Oh, yeah, I got to get up out of here. See, y'all messing me up. Hey, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. It's been fun as always, tapping in with the Coach Smook Network. One last time, man, if you're not a member of the AAA family, this is how you become a member of the AAA family. By becoming a member of the Coach Smook Network here on the YouTube channel. This is how you support. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
This guy got 4 fingers for real.
Hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I love my AAA family, and I love my mods, man. I love my mods. Listen, they understand the mission, and I love them for doing their job, man. They don't even get paid yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't even get paid yet, and my mods be like, they be putting in work, bro. They be putting in work, and y'all heard me say it right. They don't get paid yet. Yes, I plan on staffing moderators, real moderators that help moderate this community. We have charitable donating opportunities available. You can support the Coach Smook Network or help the Coach Smook Network support Wounded Warriors of Alabama, our veteran support program, and then also autism awareness
through Autism Speaks. We support that. We do monthly donations. So every contribution you give to this network, a percentage of it, 10%, goes to each of those. And then we are trying to collab with some of the community organizations in the state of Alabama, being that we are only in the state of Alabama right now. If you want us to help in your area or represent Coach Smook Network in your area, connect us with some charity organizations. And we want to help spread the word using our platform here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, using our social media platform to help bring awareness to hunger, to homelessness, to autism, making people aware of the autistic community that lives amongst us and is functioning amongst us, right? Also, we just want to help, man. We got veterans. I'm a veteran myself. I'm currently in a life transition, and a lot of veteran organizations have been able to help me out and help me in certain stages of this transition. The Wounded Warriors of Alabama, they were one of the organizations that put me in the right spot to contact these right people. So we don't just do it just to do it, but these are people that have personally helped me. And I don't know every member of this community, but I know I use resources and things that can help us. And then we just have other networking opportunities that we're taking taking advantage of. So as y'all continue to show love, man, and continue to support the content, we expect y'all to just, support that part of what we do too, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. I'm nobody without you all, and without God, we're nothing. So let's continue to do this thing together and continue to keep going. Shout out to my brother Ayo Sully for the $1.99 super chat, getting us before we close this show out. Solid show and breakdown. Appreciate you, man. And we're going to do some more breakdown this week. We're going to get into the particulars, breaking down the numbers. Y'all know I like to get into stats. I'm going to do some freeze frame type film breakdown things that we're going to look at. And then we might do a little watch party this week. But Amanda, tell you, man, go ahead and get ready. Go ahead and get ready. Y'all go ahead and hit that road. Don't forget this weekend, y'all. This weekend, we have this Saturday for the SEC championship game. We have Alabama versus Georgia live game watch party at Walk-Ons in Montgomery, Alabama. Here, man, we just got our sponsor. So we're going to be there doing a live game watch party. We will be live from that location, watching the game in a secluded area, reacting, providing coverage. We will do our live call-in show from that location. It's going to be some fun. Y'all going to see a promo coming out soon today. So when y'all see it, help us get the word out. Spread the word. You can come from anywhere. Just make sure you're there on time and pulling up, and that way we can vouch for you. Want to get pictures. This will be the first event of its kind for the Coach Smook Network. So I'm very excited, appreciative for Walk-Ons for sponsoring and giving us this opportunity. And shout out to the team over there. Shout out to my manager, man, my brother Kelvin Green, man. Y'all give it up for Kelvin, Mr. Kingdom, Kelvin Kingdom Green, man. That's my big brother, man. He stepped into this role, didn't hesitate, just saw a need, and y'all know, man, we've gone through some transitions with this team, man. So I appreciate you. So this is about to be a crazy good year for us coming in 2026. And if you've been on this team supporting and helping, being a part of the foundational growth of this, don't think I'm gonna forget. Just be ready to take that leap of faith when that contract comes through that email and God says it's time to move. And we are living and living the lifestyles that we want to live, preparing, a future for our legacies and our families and our community. All right. So I appreciate you all for supporting. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed. Time. Roll. Y'all be blessed, y'all.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Holla at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.